going that far.
Yeah. There it is.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets.
You get a line, man. Put it on. Put it on. Come on. Yeah. You do a selfie. There it is.
Shalom, Michael. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to get into a lesson on perplexity. And that's what's going to take hold of America pretty soon. See, these events that's happening throughout the planet Earth are not random at all. And these are the intents and purposes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which could be, which are mentioned within the scriptures, man, which is prophecy. And that's one of the plagues the Lord is going to send upon the planet Earth. Now, the clip I just played was Joe Biden put on a Trump 2024 hat. If that is not backwards, I don't know what is. And they put it as a sign of unity. This is not going to somehow bring the people together. No, the divide is already, the decree is already there. The Lord have set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. But as they push it, they put that title as a sign of unity, but really Joe Biden didn't know what he was doing. And it's already out there, this man have dementia. He probably didn't know where he was at. That's why they say that's why he mentioned the cats and the dogs. You know, he's malfunctioning pretty much. But as the king is, so are the people. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's start off with that. Because Joe Biden actually represents America. He's technically is the king of Babylon. Technically. Right, you know, so-called the president, the acting president, even though he's not running for the next round, so to speak, the next election to come up. To this term is over with. He's technically still the president. You know, but as you can see, this man pretty much has been diagnosed with dementia. His cognitive, it's not there. You know, it's not sharp as, you know. So this is, let's start at 1. Ecclesiastes Sirach 10:1, it reads, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And we know that began with our Lord Yahweh Shai. A sneak peek of that with the kingdom of heaven, which was, you know, the reign of Solomon. Which we know that's our Lord, you know, one of the many reincarnations of our Lord. And that government, that regime talks about that peace and how every man was well off. You know? And everything was right. You know, it was a certain standard, you know? It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. See? So whoever the ruler is, that spirit is going to be upon the people, because you go into the word government, It goes into mind control. So whoever the ruler is, they gonna have to follow the certain rules and regulations and think how that ruler thinks. Why you think the people do not scorn at adultery, but they'll scorn at having more than one woman, or they'll celebrate being a alphabet than you know, being just a straight man that ain't, that a poet. It's two different. But why is that? Because of the rules and regulations that set up the rhetoric that's here in this society by who? Esau, the so-called white man. He's the devil that caused these people to think how they think, because he's the one that set forth that standard. So that's why that righteous king begins with our Lord Yahushua. That's gonna bring forth a certain spirit on earth. It's gonna be a certain standard. Things are gonna. That's what's gonna lead to peace. That's why violence is a disease on earth. Nothing is at ease. There's always something going. Even to the point these stores don't close. Like shit don't stop. Like everything got to keep going. Something open 24 hours, 7 days a week. You ain't at ease. What they call it, 7-11. That's just a form of it. But it just shows that system that we're in. It says, an unwise king destroys his people. See? That's Esau. That's why you have high self-deletion rates and shootings. Who passed them out? Who gave them access to all these things? How you knew how to make, this power to lock up, then fire it up and inhale it, give you this, who exposed you to those certain things, no outlets, and even the laws and the legislation. This man put a cell on pork. That's against the law, though. Talks about you shouldn't even touch a carcass of it. How unclean, because it's the garbage can of the earth. It's supposed to be in a certain order, but Esau. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick, because this all is going to lead to that perplexity. This is the results of it, being under this unwise king Esau. This is the time for it. So let's get to Proverbs 12 and 10. It says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. See? And that ain't just talking about you taking care of your cattle. That's even going into rulers. There's a certain place where you're supposed to rule and govern over the people, man. This is but and spirit. It says, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. And this man got these 3 strikes law. In certain cases, these different minor offenses, would get Jake life in prison. Nigga got caught. He want a sneaker bar. Ain't got the money. He stole it. That was the last strike. Something that's worth probably 32 cents in that, or whatever sneaker bar was in that lifetime. Got him life in prison. That's wicked, man. But even when you even look at this devil, how he called humane, it's not. It's a wicked, creation this man doing and present as a form of humane. Well, let's go back to the Ecclesiastes 10, Sirach 10 and Sirach 10 and 3 said, an unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. It talks about that also, the welfare of the earth. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. See? And as you can see, the rulers here today are not profitable. And just going back to Joe Biden, that's just the spirit, you know. They had to put him aside. He wasn't profitable. They had to put him aside and had to set someone else up. Why? Because he's already diagnosed as dementia. And it don't matter who the president wins, whatever. It's just the spirit that the Lord is showing that division. And these presidents is like a characteristic of America. Joe Biden represents what's going on. Perplexity, dementia, you know, the loss of memory, and you don't know where you're at. So let's get that in, because this is one of the symptoms. Matter of fact, let's get that in. That's like a symptom of the end of the earth. Let's get that in St. Luke 21 and verse 7. It reads, and they asked him, saying, Master, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign when these things shall come to pass? So the disciples asked them, when you go into it, when you read St. Matthew, the 24th chapter, it talks about the sign not coming in the end of the world. But they said it was private. But they asking, what are these signs to the end? It talks about the like it's all made the world have a beginning and end. The end is manifest. So when somebody is dying, it's certain signs that show proof. You know, whether their skin is fading away, you know, it's becoming pale. You know, they might see their eyes yellow. They saying something crazy, you know, discombobulated. They might go in and out, or whatever the case, however close they are to death. It's signs to it. Even if you want to go into a longer space of time, even what a terminal is, meaning it's a countdown. So it's stages, you know. So we are pretty much in the last stage of America. So going down, St. Luke 21, verse 25 says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars. See, these are the different symptoms. It talks about that a war, you know, famines, pestilences, earthquakes, you know. And not every once in a while thing. It's apps on it to capture these events, which is the norm now. This is not a every 872 or every 50 years or every 10 years. This is a week to week basis. You're hearing about really day to day concerning earthquakes, hundreds of earthquakes, whatever. You only hear news about when they get big, but it's earthquakes happening every day. You know, the heavens is different moons, the planets lining up every damn 3 to 6 months. It's another one that's supposed to aligning in January. But these are the signs, as well as the chariot sign. These are the signs show that we are at the end. And this is just concerning the heavens. It says, and upon the earth, the stress of nations. So, of course, you got as I mentioned, the so-called natural disaster, because it's the Lord that is visiting the earth when you read Isaiah the 29th chapter with these different natural disasters. But as well as the people, man. The people are being stirred up by the way of these famines, these economic failures. You know, that inflation and everything that brings uncomfortability is here. It's here. It says with perplexity, because as it get more intense, it's not going to be no answer, because their doctrine wasn't expecting this. They wasn't expecting a famine. They ultimately didn't hear the heart of the trumpet of the prophet. But that perplexity, when you go into that word, it goes to being puzzled, to lack resources. And one of the resources is going to be answers. That's why it says in Amos, the 8th chapter, concerning the famine of the word, hearing the word of the Lord. Because there's going to be an answer to the famine. Yeah, when you go on to the precept, when you believe in the report, you know, believe in those miracles, that's going to be that, because we're going to have an outlet. That's why it talks about that sorrow is being on every side. So meaning what? Ultimately, the only help is going to come from the heavens, and that's the hope that we have. So it says that perplexity, the sea and the waves on. So these people are going to be perplexed. And just going back to Joe Biden, he's just a representation of the state of these people. Because they really don't know what's going on. They're so invested in, this election as we close in on it. Not knowing Babylon is on the brink of war. Israel is going to cause Babylon to be brought into World War III. These food shortages, the grid, the power grid is weak. All these things going to come to a head. And that's what's going to bring that perplexity. It says men's heart failing them for fear. See? And that's one of them plagues. Talk about any plague, but the plague of the heart. And that's what the Lord has smitten this place with. Because ain't no way Joe Biden, they wouldn't, this man has sense. He got handlers. So, this man was really, he probably didn't know where he was, man. But it just shows you where we at in this time. You got Joe Biden with the MAGA hat. As they say, it's a form of unity. But that's really perplexity, as they know they put this man aside concerning, the next presidential race. It says, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. See? And that's what we're seeing on the earth. And it's going to get more and more intense to where that darkness is going to bring apparition. See, the Lord finna really open up, He's finna show His power. This is the venue the Lord have chosen to show His power, which is America, Babylon the Great. You thought Egypt was bad. See, it was things that was going on within that darkness. It talks about they seen apparitions, they was hearing things. They felt a lion brush against them. So them players gonna come back once again, man. And these people is gonna be bugged out. They already go crazy if the internet go off for 30 minutes. Or the line too long in McDonald's. How much more when it's not no more McDonald's? And a nigga got a Glock 19. It's finna go down. But that's part of that perplexity. It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. See? And that's ultimately, we come into the climax of life, which is the return of Yahushua. That's the spirit. The return of Yahushua, that's what it's all about. But these are the